Hey, welcome back to the show. It's me, Hugh, and very happy to be bringing Devin Thompson on the show right now. And hey, Devin.
Hi, Hugh. How are you doing?
Hey,
Can
I'm
you hear me?
great.
Good,
Yeah, it's
good.
working good. I can hear you. You can hear me, obviously, and fantastic. I'm glad we could connect here. I've been trying to reach you since I saw you on. You were in the van on the way to Ottawa, stopping at Tim Hortons, no doubt.
Yeah. So I've been in Ottawa and I've been in the Toronto Freedom Convoy. So sorry it took so long for me to get back to you. It's because of Facebook Messenger. I'm not a fan of it. So it takes me
Yeah,
a while to see those messages. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, okay, great. Well, that's all. At least
Yeah.
we're connecting now, and that's fantastic.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't really like social media either. I mean, it's so much censorship,
Yes.
which is it's actually harming society. I think very profoundly, and they don't doesn't seem to be any kind of um, movement to back off from that. But
Mhm.
I just wanted to get your perspective. Here we are. I guess this is more than a week later since you were on your way to Ottawa. But I
Yes.
just wanted to get your kind of overall
Mhm.
sense of the whole thing because mainstream media seems to be putting out a false picture of what's going on. So, love to hear
Yeah,
your
they
perspective.
they are. And I want to say this that they're basically weaponizing race, they're weaponizing religion, ethnicity, and the backgrounds of people, against the freedom convoy. So the narrative that they're pushing out, that this is some kind of white rage or white supremacy event, that's completely not true. Because when I went there on Ottawa, uh, I've been following the convoy for days before it even got to Ottawa, and I was listening to their conversation. I was listening to the radio channel, and I felt so comfortable with them because they had kids on, they were talking, they were laughing, they were just enjoying themselves. And
Hmm.
they had these rules because kids are there and they want to, and they're not into violence, they're not into rude comments. So if somebody comes in and even says a bad word,
Hmm.
they get kicked out of the group,
Hmm.
right? This is a
Yeah.
well organized, put together protest that's in Ottawa right now, and that was going to Ottawa. So I felt very, very comfortable being in the same space with these people, because these people, I saw no reason to believe that they had hate in their hearts. All
Hmm.
I saw was love at the convoy and before the convoy got into Ottawa. That's all I
Hmm.
saw: love and
Hmm.
happiness.
Yeah, and it, but it just seems that the mainstream media is really trying to paint this as that these people are well, they're labeling them racists.
Mhm.
Unless I'm wrong about that, but they, as you said, they're weaponizing it, right? And
Yes,
what
they
does
are.
that say about the powers that be when they're willing to do something like weaponize the whole racial issue?
So I don't know if your viewers are aware of what's really going on in the background, and I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this on your show. Because but
Wait. Let me just do this. I'll just put up this disclaimer and then you're allowed. Yeah, I think people can decide for themselves whether
yeah,
they think you're, being honest and expressing,
yes,
what you really feel about this thing. So
yes,
there's the disclaimer. So go ahead, Devin.
yes. So these politicians for a very, very long time have used various things in society to divide society so that they can hang on to power. And for the people in the Caribbean, you're very familiar with this. Most Caribbean islands have are two-party nation when they divide you into different tribes. So they do the same thing with race, they do the same thing with ethnicity, and so on and so forth. But there's a bigger thing going on in the background, and that's where the World Economic Forum comes in. What people aren't realizing is that if Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, is ousted, let's say there's a no confidence vote, or he loses an election, then the narrative worldwide will start to crumble. So what's happening right now in Canada is important for the rest of the world, because Justin Trudeau is quite literally the face for the World Economic Forum. And
Mhm.
we all know, or some of us know, what the World Economic Forum wants. They want us all to own nothing and be happy,
Yeah, yeah.
right? They They said that the COVID-19 pandemic was a great opportunity for a great reset of the world's economy. They said that we're entering the fourth industrial revolution, where human beings will eventually not be able to tell the difference between their natural bodies and technology. And this is all on the World Economic Forum's website. But these people are so skilled and so talented at psychological warfare that they've convinced people that the Great Reset is not real, the Industrial Revolution is not real, these things are not real. They've even convinced people that the World Economic Forum is not real. That's how powerful this psychological warfare is. When all you have to do is just type in WEF dot something, I can't recall the name right now. Go on their website and read it. And you can even go on your own government website and read what your government website says, and you're going to see these things about the UN's Sustainable Development programs. It's all tied together and it's all working together. And right now in Canada, so you guys should be aware by now that the leader of the Conservative was fired by his own party because he was towing the line. His name is Erin O'Toole, and he was being a tool for Justin Trudeau. So they got rid of him. So the reason why I say this is because I want everybody to be aware that political parties, especially the long-standing ones, the powerful political parties, regardless of who their leaders are, they aren't for us. They are not for the people. So even though the Conservative Party right now is on the bandwagon and fighting for our freedoms, we cannot put all of our trust in a political party or in a political leader. We have to ensure that the grassroots movement continues to stay strong. So even if this party who claims they're on our side wins and then changes their narrative afterwards, the grassroots did not go away. So you have to remain there until everything changes. And you don't want your grassroots movement to break up, and then the politicians start to get ideas now and bring back those same Justin Trudeau policies that they were fighting against. So what we want to do is ensure that these policies cannot become a reality again. But the thing is, there are powerful interests that are part of this. So the fight is not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, and it's going to take decades. It's not going to be over overnight.
Yeah, because I mean, some people think, oh, it's just a bunch of truckers in Ottawa, and never mind the accusations that government's making about them. But to me, I look at this and I think there's so much at stake here. Yes. Because the mandates are like, really, are we going to be in a position where the government can decide what they want to inject in our bodies anytime they want? Because really, that's what's at stake here. Yeah, and a lot more, because and it strikes me as I'm just amazed that so many people don't see that, what you see and what I see. And I do you have any thoughts about why that might be the case? Besides, well, I'll just let you answer that question.
I'm finding it very difficult to answer that question because there are different reasons for different people. So the main reason is the psychological warfare that's been inflicted upon the population. That's the main reason. People only watch mainstream media. They're seeing CNN, they're seeing CBC, and even in the Caribbean, you don't have any coverage by mainstream media of the Canadian Freedom Convoy. You don't see it. Right? And when you do see it, you're going to see somebody on the TV saying, oh, look at this hateful white supremacist event happening in Canada. So that kind of first impression lasts long. That was your first impression of the Freedom Convoy, right? So it's going to take a lot to change your impression of it, because most people can't go to Ottawa, right? Regardless of where you are in the world. Some people, they've lost their jobs. They can't afford food. They can't afford gas, so they can't go to Ottawa to see for themselves. So a lot of people are relying, like individuals like myself, who go there, live stream, and narrate and show people what is actually going on. The other reason is our education system. Our education system doesn't teach us to think critically. It just teaches us to follow. It teaches us to become employees in a cog system, a cogs in the system. Right? It doesn't teach us to go out and create and be ourselves. So you find that our education system is literally a brainwashing machine. So that's another part of the problem. And the other issue, so this is an example that I used yesterday when I was live. If you're walking in a dark alley by yourself and you hear footsteps, your intuition says that you might be in danger. Am I right?
Yeah.
Somebody might be coming to hurt you, to steal from you, something. Your intuition says you might be in danger. So I say to people that right now we are walking in a dark alley, and the footsteps that we're hearing are the government. It's the government's footstep. So how is it that my intuition showed me that I was in danger from the footsteps of a government sneaking up behind me, and you weren't? So I think that there's a lot of psychology at play here, and it's very, very difficult to explain what's going on. And I think that over the next 5 or so years, the psychologists will come out and say, someone already said it, mass formation psychosis. So they're already starting to come out and say what the reason is for all of this. And there's another reason as well. FOMO, fear of missing out. So let's say you're in a house with family members, and your family members are seeing the Freedom Convoy, and they're calling it racist, and they're calling it this, and you don't necessarily believe that, or you don't know what to believe, but you're just jumping on the bandwagon of what your friends and your family are saying about it. Because if you attempt to oppose it, then you're going to be left out. You're going to be you're going to be that one person in the group that's always disagreeing with the majority of the group. But I want to say to people that in every single atrocity in history, it has always been the minority of people who stand up to tyranny. The same thing goes for slavery. The reason why slavery lasted for over 400 years is because the minority was held back by the majority. Whenever the minority tried to fight back, the majority called on the slave masters and told the slave masters that the minority is trying to escape. In every single aspect of history, it is always the minority. So I don't want people to feel as if because they feel alone that they shouldn't stand up. You should stand up for what is right all the time. And that's what the Freedom Convoy is. We're standing up for what is right, regardless of who is the majority or regardless of who is the minority, which is why we say we are the proud fringe minority.
Well, it's there's a price to pay for doing that.
Yes,
and that the price is, and I think probably, I'm not sure what your situation is, but my situation, it's like I've got family members that I can't really talk to because, they're on the opposite side of the issue. Friends that I've known forever that, it's really divided the population into different camps. I don't know if the social media is a role there because we're living in our own echo chambers or whatever, but I'm very concerned just for the unity of the country or the unity of families and communities. It just seems, do you think we'll be able to get over this divide at some point, and how?
I don't know. And the reason why I say I don't know is because a lot of people were hurt by what's going on. People who are not injected, I use the word injected to avoid all the social media censorship. So people who are not injected have faced verbal abuse for the last 2 years. They've been told that police should arrest them and throw them in jail. They were told that they should be on home arrest. They were told that they should lose their children. They were told, I hope you die. I hope COVID-19 kills you. They were told so many things. And over the last few days, I realized that the people who are most affected by all of this are mothers who are uninjected, mothers. Because when they go to the hospital and they don't have this injection to give birth, they go through hell. I've been reading the stories for the past few days, and I'm telling you, the stories are so sad. And some of them, they don't want to take the injection, but because the doctors are telling them that they won't deliver their babies unless they take the injection, then they're forced to do it. It's really, really sad. So when somebody asks me, can we get past this? Can we forgive? The answer is, I don't know. I do not know if it's possible to forgive something like that. Yes, we can move on from it. We can rebuild society from it, but can we trust each other again?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And
Mm.
that's the truth.
And I think you make a good point, though, too. Even if there's some sort of backing away from the issue by the government in this case,
Mhm.
I think we see this global agenda to inject everybody,
Yeah.
right? And to me, it's very suspicious. Like, why? Why is that such an important goal for anybody, right? And
So
for the
a
media to
one
support it.
size, yeah, a one size fits all campaign. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because whenever I encounter a medical practitioner or somebody who says they're a scientist or have some kind of qualifications, I'll always ask them the question: why do I need this injection? I am 32-year-old. I think I can't remember my age right now. 32 or 33. One of them. It doesn't matter.
It's
It's
good.
close.
It's good. I don't want to remember mine either.
Yeah, yeah. I like to remember that I'm 30. Let's say I'm 30. So I'm 30 years old, right? I have no comorbidities, right? I'm not ill. I'm not sick. I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Why do I need this injection? This was before I got COVID-19,
Mhm.
right? And they couldn't answer my question because I am unlikely to be hospitalized and I am
Mhm.
unlikely to die from the virus.
Mhm.
Now I got COVID-19 I think maybe five or so weeks ago, a couple weeks before the Freedom Convoy, right? I was actually supposed to go to another protest before that, but because I got sick and I
Mhm.
didn't want to infect anybody else, I stayed home,
Mhm.
relaxed and waited until the virus was gone. So I got sick from COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't hospitalized and I didn't die. And I say to people that unless right now I'm a ghost talking to you, I did not die. So please tell me again why you want to force me to take this injection. What is the benefit to me? And you
Mhm.
can't tell me that there's a benefit to society because these injections do not prevent anybody from transmitting the virus to another person.
Mhm.
So what is the reason? Why do you want me to take this injection?
Yeah. Yeah. The rationale just doesn't
Yeah, it
satisfy
doesn't add
me.
up.
Yeah. And Justin is saying things like, get the vaccine. It's safe and effective.
Mhm.
The only way out of the pandemic. And yet the CEO of Pfizer himself has said that it's not really very effective, right?
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, anyways, listen, Devin, it's been great to talk to you. I'm hoping we can get you back. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your workday to come on and just share your
Yeah.
thoughts with us. So,
No problem.
I don't know.
I
Huh?
want to
Go
say
ahead.
one more thing before I leave.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I want to say one more thing. So this is about trying to unify Canada and to unify the world. We've been too divided for far too long, divided by race, divided by culture, ethnicity, religion, and even divided by country. This division allows politicians and allows unscrupulous, rich millionaires to build power and rule over society. So the freedom convoy that you see in Ottawa right now, it has nothing to do with racism. It has nothing to do with white supremacy. It has everything to do with defending the fundamental human rights and freedoms of the Canadian people and in extension, the rest of the world. The Canadian flag has literally become a beacon of hope for the world. So I urge you guys, before you judge what's going on, please go on my Instagram page, go on the Freedom Convoy Instagram page, and if you can, head to Ottawa and see for yourself what is going on. Turn off the TV, get rid of CNN, get rid of CBC, get rid of BBC. Find the minority, the small media outlets, and listen to what they are saying. They're the ones telling the truth.
Okay. Amazing, Devin. Thanks again. I really love to get you back. I don't know if you can paste your email address into that private chat over there, and then I'll
Sure.
send you some emails after that. But thanks for doing this today, and people can check you out on Instagram, right? Devin Thompson. Is that what they look for?
So it's true Devon Thompson.
True Devin Thompson.
Yeah, let me type it here so people can see it.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's my IG. True Devon Thompson right there.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah,
let me just pull that up. There it is, right there. True Devin Thompson. Look
on
that up
Instagram.
on Instagram. Okay,
Yeah.
Devin, thanks again so much. All the best, and I hope to get you back sometime
Okay.
soon. And are you going to Ottawa this weekend?
I plan to. I hope I'll be able to make it.
Okay. All
Hopefully.
right.
Yes.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Great. Okay.
All right. Thank you for
Thanks a
having
lot.
me. Okay. Bye.
See you again.